as a contributory to enhancing food security in the state and Nigeria, as well as positioning farmers for economic prosperity. I'm Sahid Aribisala. Welcome. Regardless of age, color, or social leaning, one important aspect of human existence is the dependency on food for strength, nutrients, and growth. Every one of the world's over 7 billion population requires food for effective operation of the body. According to the State of Food Security and Nutrition in the World Year 2021 report, the global prevalence of moderate or severe food insecurity has been slowly on the rise since 2014. The estimated increase in 2020 was equal to that of the previous 5 years combined. Nearly 1 in 3 people in the world, which account for about 2.37 billion, did not have access to adequate food in 2020, an increase of almost 320 million people in just 1 year. Moderate or severe food insecurity has been climbing slowly for 6 years and now affects more than 30% of the world's population. Conflict, climate variability and extremes, and economic slowdowns and downturns are the major drivers slowing down progress. The world's most populous black nation, Nigeria, despite abundant human and natural resources, more than half of the country lives below the poverty line, and northern Nigeria suffers the world's third highest level of chronic undernutrition among children. One causative factor to this crisis is the rising food insecurity. Nigeria is characterized by high reliance on food imports. Nigeria relies on $10 billion of imports to meet its food and agricultural production shortfalls, mostly wheat, rice, poultry, fish, among others. Rising to the challenge of food insecurity, Ondo State government, as part of its cardinal programs, prioritize enhancing increase in agricultural practice among residents with several interventions in crop and animal production. Ondo State Agricultural Commodities Association, Osrc, which is the apex body for all agricultural value chains in Ondo State, involving associations like Poultry Association of Nigeria, Nigeria Cassava Growers Association, Association of Fish Farmers and Aquaculturists of Nigeria, is a critical partner in the government's drive for increase in food production. At the end of year 2020 food fair in Ondo State, which like in previous years brought farmers together to showcase their commodities and cross-fertilize ideas, the projection for a bigger one was in the minds of participants.
If the exhibition can actually grow this much bigger than the way it is right now, I believe it's going to be to the much benefit of the farmers.
It's a good innovation, and it's going to be more elaborate than this the next year by the grace of God.
Keeping up with the mandate upon which it was established in 2015, among which is to coordinate, facilitate, supervise, regulate the farmers in the state, the yearnings of stakeholders to create more access for farmers in the state to the global community gave rise to the first ever International Agri Show and Food Fair in year 2021. Chairman Osrc, Mr. Bengal Bawaya, said the vision of the association remains to transform the agricultural landscape in the state to make farmers strive for excellence and compete favorably among its peers across the world.
Our determination is to make agribusiness a vocation of pride, a vocation that anyone can be proud to say wherever he is that I am a farmer. Even though we don't put titles in front of our names and say farmer Obawaya, but we can be proud and introduce ourselves as farmers because we will be able to accomplish anything that any other person in any sector of the economy will be able to accomplish. And that is our driving force. So we said we'll come together and celebrate ourselves every year and put things in place to showcase what we are doing, which will also allow people from other places to come and see how they can partner with us and see how they can improve what we are doing and also see how they can benefit from what we are doing. So we decided that apart from showcasing our raw produce, we also want to showcase the things that are produced, the derivatives of the various produce, so that we can celebrate food as much as we are celebrating the raw things. In other words, we are celebrating value addition, because Osrc is not only for the farmer, but for every player along the agricultural value chain in Ondo State. So that is why we decided that we will celebrate ourselves every year. And last year, during the edition we held last year, the SSA Agri came and challenged us and said, let's take this thing a little bit further. Let's make it an international event. Let's get people from other states and from even outside the country to come and join up with us in our show. That's, he referred to another show somewhere. I said they started small. Now they are very big. Yeah, so that we should try and start. And we took up the challenge, and we started about 7-8 months ago to begin to plan for this. And we made up our minds that everybody should block the last week in the month of November every year for the Ondo State International Agri Show and Food Fair. So this is the first edition. By God's grace, this same time in 2022, we're going to be having the second edition. And so far, it has been quite successful. We are really, really glad that we accepted the challenge, and it's already paying off.
The week-long food fair, themed Successful Agribusiness in Challenging Times, provided an opportunity for farmers to exhibit their products to the public. It was also an avenue to assess the level of development of the state's agricultural sector. Ondo State Governor Oluwarotimi Akeredolu, represented by his deputy Lucky Ayedatiwa, lauded the organizers of the program and restricted his administration's resolve to make agriculture a viable sector for residents, particularly the youth, to venture into.
Your
The Minister of Agriculture and Rural Development, Dr. Mohammed Abubakar, who was represented by Mrs. Oguntui Onadara, said the maiden international food fair in Ondo State will boost Nigeria's overall output in the area of agriculture.
I would like to commend the efforts of the Ondo State Agricultural Commodities Association for a timely and successful agri show and food fair, and to be at this event as a special guest and to also present a keynote address. It is persuaded that agriculture is fast becoming the boss across trade and investment circles, particularly in the face of the perennially dwindling oil prices and devaluation. Recent global economic meltdown resulting from the COVID-19 pandemic and the attendant desirableness of governments to diversify the economy to boost the productive and revenue base of the country while engendering increase in food and agricultural production for local and international markets and foreign exchange earnings. The need to get everybody into agriculture has been one of the cardinals of economic recovery and growth plan of the federal government, with emphasis on developing and boosting food production and developing an export-led economy. The diversity with infrastructural development is gaining high prominence, and I think Ondo State is scoring a very high mark in this particular sector. No doubt, this agri show and food fair will further assist to build the needed awareness and create more opportunities for greater development in these areas. Nigeria has huge potential in agriculture, with over 84 million hectares of arable land, of which 40% is cultivated, a population of over 200 million, making it Africa's largest market. 230 billion cubic meters of water, making it one of the richest sources of agricultural growth in the world. The agricultural sector is currently accounts for 24.1% of the nation's
Senior Special Assistant to Governor Akeredolu on Agric and Agribusiness, Mr. Akiolotu, commended Osrc for keying into government policies to not just engage people in farming, but opening the doors of opportunity to the international community.
No amount of acronym or whatever we call it will change agriculture if rural roads are not in good condition. Whatever might be the proposal, whatever might be, you are not going to farm on Obadeshida. You put your hydroponics, you put everything on your farm. There is no security, and you cannot assess your farm or bring out what you are producing. It is not. We are not. You will not get it right. Globally, I continue to say it. 5 I's to transform agricultural sector. The institutions involved, you need infrastructure, you need information, you need inputs, and you need incentive. If you get the 5 right, you get agriculture right. Moving your farm produce from the farm to the market is problem. You meet a lot of policemen, they ask you pack, drop everything. Tomato don't go in, manager goes in the motor, you have to bring it down again. At the end of the day, you lose some of the products, you get to the market very late. So these are some of our peculiarities which we need to address holistically. God Almighty will help us. I'm going to look for about 50 young graduates, people that read agriculture. We look for a way of training them in organic agriculture. And we will look for a way of organizing them so that they can produce products targeted towards a particular market. That is my takeaway from this presentation.
After several brainstorming sessions, lectures and exhibitions, participants expressed delight about the attendant impact the program will have on their activities.
We are moving forward. We are partnering with Swago, and I'm aware His Excellency Arakuri, my daddy, is actually the chairman of that organization. We will work with you, and for the timid youth here, this is not for our daddies, it's for you guys. I'm so happy to have the young students here. I think it's a round of applause for this organization to bring the young ones in. They are past their 50s, they have enjoyed life. It is for you to take it up and come into this program, and we can develop dairy in the country, and we're able to export raw milk from those states to other countries of the nation. I stand before you as a son of those states to say I will give all the support necessary to ensure that by December we start our dairy development program in Ondo State. He has been able to choose Iran in the area of agriculture. This has generated policies and interventions that are germane to farmers. Hitherto before now, we have had a lot of government intervening in the area of agriculture. But it doesn't drop down to the real farmers. And so we keep seeing some on television. But when it came over, we had a meeting with the SSC, that's the real round fair. We went and mentioned that we want government to intervene in the area of agriculture, particularly a lot of youth and journalists, immediately they said yes, and about 2 brothers started. I tell you, a lot of millionaires were made from that program. Let's try out together. Let's have a question. I am standing here as one of the beneficiaries. And you know what happens? They are going to stock you according to the capacity of your farm. Not 500 birds, not 250 birds. And so a lot of our youth, they say, you
a farmers-oriented trade fair. It has never happened anywhere in Nigeria. Most trade fairs has always been sponsored by government, sponsored by federal, but today, this year, we are not going to investigate on those state government sit at the back and the farmers are taking the lead. Great farmers! I want to encourage us all that what the state government is doing is visionary. Like I said yesterday, that our children yet unborn will remember Arakuri wrote January. Why? Because in 1957, when plantations, farmers' estates are being created, we were not mostly born. But today we remember those leaders who started what they call Akoje Oil Palm Estate, Okuba Oil Palm Estate, Aroko Oil Palm Estate, Odushere Farm Center, Aye Farm Center, and numerous like that. We have not forgotten them. Today, the government of Arakoro is doing the same thing. So, we may not remember what it's doing now, but in 20, 30 years to come, our children will praise you. We confirm authoritatively that in Nigeria today, it is only in Ondo State that close to 70,000 hectares of land are released for farming development. We can confirm also that Ondo State is the only state as of today that has recognized red gold as a panacea for economic growth. Let us clap for the government. Also, from the national farm produce as of Nigeria, we can confirm that Ondo State stands up as a state that has provided the enabling environment for agricultural to develop. We want to thank the state for championing the cause of sending away the marauders, those who suddenly besieged our forests and they were kidnapping our farmers and they were making things difficult for us. I think we have to clap for our state.
With the birth of Ondo State International Agri Show and Food Fair, the trajectory for increased food security and economic prosperity in the state is in sight. And that's it for this edition of Inner Story. Until next time, I'm Sahid Arabisala.